Kicking off our countdown is Battlebit Remastered, a low-poly shooter that proves graphics don't make the game. Despite its blocky appearance reminiscent of Roblox, this multiplayer FPS delivers massive 254-player battles across huge maps with full destruction systems. The game runs incredibly well on low-end hardware thanks to its simplified graphics, while maintaining all the tactical depth you'd expect from a Battlefield competitor. You get multiple classes, including Medic, Support, Assault, Engineer, and Recon, each with unique equipment and roles. The destruction is impressive, with entire buildings collapsing realistically. Vehicles include tanks, helicopters, and transport options that require team coordination. The community is active, and the developers consistently update with new content and balance changes, making it excellent value for the performance it offers. Next up at number 2, we have Squad 44, formerly known as Postscriptum, a hardcore World War II shooter focused on realism and teamwork. Set during Operation Market Garden and other historical battles, the game emphasizes communication and tactical coordination over run-and-gun gameplay. Maps are large-scale, requiring actual strategy and planning to capture objectives. The infantry combat feels weighty, with realistic ballistics and suppression effects that force you to take cover. Vehicle gameplay includes period-accurate tanks that require multiple crew members to operate effectively. The learning curve is steep, but rewarding once you understand the systems. Performance has been optimized significantly since launch, making it viable for mid to low-spec machines. Squad leaders and commanders must work together, using in-game voice chat to coordinate attacks and defensive positions across the battlefield. Coming in at number 3 is Insurgency Sandstorm, the modern military shooter that focuses on close-quarters tactical combat. The game strips away HUD elements and health regeneration, creating tense firefights where every corner could be your last. Weapons feel powerful and realistic, with minimal recoil compensation and no aim assist. Game modes include push, firefight, and the intense checkpoint mode against AI enemies. Maps range from urban environments to rural villages, each requiring different tactical approaches. The class system offers variety, with roles like Breacher, Marksman, Gunner, and Observer, each having specific loadout options. Night maps with night vision add another layer of tension. Performance is solid on lower-end systems, especially if you adjust settings properly. The community is mature and teamwork-focused rather than toxic, which enhances the experience considerably. At number 4 sits Hell Let Loose, a World War II FPS that combines large-scale battles with realistic mechanics and command structure. Matches feature 100 players divided into teams, with a meta layer of resource management and strategic spawning. The commander role can call in artillery strikes, supply drops, and coordinate the overall battle plan. Squad leaders place outposts and build defensive structures. Infantry combat is deliberately paced, with realistic bullet physics and limited HUD information. Each class has specific roles, from rifleman to anti-tank to engineer, with loadouts reflecting historical accuracy. Maps are based on real locations, like Omaha Beach, Carentan, and Stalingrad, rendered in impressive detail. Communication is essential, with proximity voice chat and command channels. While demanding on hardware, lowering settings makes it playable on older systems without losing the core experience. Heading number 5 is World War III, a modern military shooter set in a contemporary global conflict. The game features a strategic map where factions fight for territorial control, affecting available resources and reinforcements. Customization is extensive, with weapon attachments, armor plates, and equipment creating meaningful loadout choices. The strike system lets you call in vehicle drops, UAV reconnaissance, or airstrikes by earning points through objectives. Maps include Warsaw, Berlin, Moscow, and other urban environments with realistic destruction. Vehicles like tanks and IFVs play crucial roles, requiring coordination between infantry and armor. The game uses photogrammetry for realistic textures and environments. Performance optimization has improved dramatically, making it accessible to budget builds. The tactical gameplay rewards smart positioning and team coordination over individual skill alone, creating satisfying squad-based action. Moving to number 6, we find Enlisted, a free-to-play World War II shooter with a unique squad control mechanic. You command a squad of AI soldiers, switching between them as needed during combat. This creates dynamic battles where you're never truly alone and can adapt to situations by switching roles. The game covers multiple campaigns, including Moscow, Normandy, Berlin, Tunisia, and the Pacific, each with period-appropriate weapons and vehicles. Progression involves upgrading your squads, unlocking better equipment through a battle pass system. Matches feel large-scale, despite having fewer real players than games like Battlefield. Vehicle combat includes tanks and aircraft that integrate well with infantry gameplay. The free-to-play model is generous with earnable content, though premium options exist. Performance is excellent even on integrated graphics, making it one of the most accessible options for low-end PC owners seeking Battlefield-style action. Landing at lucky number 7 is Ground Branch, a tactical shooter developed by former Red Storm Entertainment developers. The game focuses on realistic special operations gameplay with methodical pacing and lethal gunfights. You can play solo or cooperatively, clearing hostile compounds and rescuing hostages. Weapon customization is incredibly detailed, letting you adjust every aspect of your loadout, from optics to suppressors. The AI is challenging and will flank, coordinate, and use cover effectively. Movement feels tactical, with careful peeking and clearing procedures being essential for survival. Maps range from Middle Eastern compounds to urban environments, all designed for tactical gameplay. Night vision and thermal optics add depth to nighttime operations. The community creates missions and maps, expanding content beyond official releases. Performance is reasonable on lower hardware, especially since matches are smaller scale, focused on quality over quantity of engagements. At number 8, we have Ready or Not, a tactical first-person shooter inspired by SWAT 4, focusing on police operations. You lead a SWAT team through dangerous scenarios, requiring non-lethal approaches when possible. The game emphasizes following rules of engagement, arresting suspects, and securing evidence, rather than pure elimination. Planning is crucial, with door-breaching options including rams, battering tools, and lockpicks, each with tactical considerations. AI teammates follow orders and can clear rooms autonomously, though coordination improves success rates. Civilians complicate situations, requiring positive identification before engaging. Weapon handling is realistic, with authentic police equipment and less than lethal options like tasers and pepper spray. Maps include hotels, gas stations, nightclubs, and other civilian locations where collateral damage matters. The tension comes from uncertainty rather than constant action, creating nerve-wracking moments. Performance is decent on mid-range systems, with optimization ongoing through early access development. Sliding into number 9 is 0 Hour, a tactical cooperative shooter focused on realistic special operations. Teams of operators clear terrorist-held locations using careful planning and execution. The game features asymmetric multiplayer, where one team defends while attackers must complete objectives. Equipment includes breaching charges, flashbangs, door wedges, and other tactical tools. Combat is lethal, with no health regeneration, forcing methodical approaches. AI enemies are challenging, using cover and working together to defend positions. Voice communication is essential for coordinating entries and covering angles. Maps include both close-quarters indoor environments and larger outdoor compounds. Character customization lets you create your operator with various uniforms and equipment. The price point is budget-friendly, making it accessible for those wanting tactical gameplay without AAA costs. Performance runs well on older hardware due to smaller-scale design focusing on tactical depth rather than graphical fidelity. Rounding out our list at number 10 is ARMA Reforger, the bridge between ARMA 3 and the upcoming ARMA 4. Set during a Cold War conflict on fictional islands, this military simulator offers unmatched scale and realism. The game features combined arms warfare, with infantry, vehicles, aircraft, and logistics all simulated in detail. Matches can span hours, with persistent servers running ongoing campaigns. The mod support is extensive, with community-created content ranging from new factions to entirely new game modes. Combat is realistic, requiring understanding of ballistics, suppression, and tactical movement. The learning curve is steep, but no other game offers this level of military simulation. Radio communication between squads creates immersive coordination requirements. While demanding on hardware, the scalability options let lower-end systems participate, albeit with reduced visual fidelity. The Infusion engine provides better performance than previous ARMA titles, making large-scale battles more accessible to budget gaming rigs.